Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back into the video, and I gotta address some stuff that happened. As we know, I made that video a couple days ago about the Kai Tards, why I dislike them, and I wasn't wrong about what I said. Apparently, the perpetrator, was a troll, and I do apologize for the inconvenience for anyone else. I didn't know. He blocked me, so I couldn't have found that out. Someone had told me that, yes, it was him, so I went off of that. I went off his word. I won't say who it was, but I went off of his word, and yeah, that happened. But a lot of stuff I said in that video wasn't wrong, though, because what that troll did is exactly what a lot of people in this community, YouTube or any internet community, does, for that matter. So I wasn't really wrong with what I was saying, but I want to address something really more about the whole Bruce Faulconer score, because there are these misconceptions out there that if you like Bruce Faulconer's music over the original Japanese music, that you can't be a true DBZ fan, which I flat out think is bullshit. And the real Super JN, the real one, made a video about this, that you're a quote-unquote lesser of a fan if you prefer Bruce Faulconer's music. Now, I'm going to debunk the crap out of that right now, because you know what? He was wrong when he said that. And because of his statement and because of all these infested Kaitards that are pricks and think that they know more than anybody else, I'm going to explain why that's wrong. Okay? So, for starters, just because someone likes an Americanized song for an anime doesn't make them a lesser of a fan. Okay? Now, some people are going to say, well, I'm just being biased because, you know, I prefer American music for anime over Japanese music, because I've said in many comments that I feel that Kikuchi's score, no disrespect for the people that do like his music, because I know there are people that do like his music, and that's completely understandable as well. But here's the thing. I've watched his music. I have Blu-rays of Kikuchi's work on the series, and I think, I'm going to tell you this, and this is the doggone honest truth. And so I don't care if you guys bitch about it, because I will continue to say it, because I've listened to it. It's boring and stale. Okay? It really is. Dragon Ball Z is a fighting series. Okay? And I know some people are going to be upset about this, but a fighting series, to me, needs to have music that gets you energized, pumped up, build up. That's what Faulconer does. You know, that Spirit Bomb music. I love the Spirit Bomb music. It should have been called the build-up music, because it really wasn't used for the Spirit Bomb all the time. You have the tension. That beat. I love that beat. It's like, you know, when they did the Hope of the Universe speech, the stare down, you know, there was a stare down with Garlic Jr. and Piccolo. They would show that beat. You know, you'd always have that beat. There was that build up tension, you know, the pump ups, you know, the themes. I like that stuff. That's what I think a fighting show should be about. When you get Kikuchi's music, you don't get that. You don't get that at all. You get this flat, out-of-date, 70s music, or whatever, and it's horrible. No disrespect to Kikuchi, or no disrespect to anybody who likes that music. But I don't like that type of music. I don't think that fits a fighting show. That is not Dragon Ball Z. Okay, and people are going to say, well, that's how Akira Toriyama envisioned it. No, he didn't. Akira Toriyama created the manga. He wrote the manga. He didn't write the music. When he was writing the manga and creating the great story that is Dragon Ball, aka Dragon Ball Z, he wasn't thinking about what the beats were going to be for the music. People need to understand that. Okay? And when people try to say that, oh, you know, it's the original tune, it's how Toei put it out. It doesn't matter how Toei put it out. That doesn't make it better than Faulconer's. It doesn't make it. As a matter of fact, Toei wanted to get away from Kikuchi's music. That's why when they did Dragon Ball Z Kai, they hired a different composer. Of course, it didn't pan out because, as we all know, as history has told us, he plagiarized his music and got fired. Because of that, you know, they had to go back to Kikuchi's music because, well, they couldn't hire a new composer because they probably, they could have hired a new composer, but I'm imagining what happened is that Toei wasted a lot of money on the guy who plagiarized. So because of that, they just decided to just use Kikuchi's work since they had the rights to his music from Dragon Ball Z. So that's why they used it. So they just went in the cheap route. But then for the Buu Saga, since the Buu Saga hadn't been made until much later for Kai, they decided, okay, we'll hire a new composer for the Buu Saga. And so that's why they did that. But the whole logic behind the whole, because it's Japanese and because it's the quote-unquote original, that makes it better. No, it doesn't. Okay, or that makes it this whole fantasy that it makes it automatically better because it's what, was originally composed. That's stupid. Okay, that would be like me saying that the original Star Wars movie with like all the background music that was in there, and then we move forward to now where Disney is doing everything now because they bought Star Wars. And then let's say for the new film, because I'm sure there was some new songs in there that they did for the new film that they just recently did about a year ago. Or actually, no, it's probably it's been 2 years, isn't it now, for the new Star Wars film? Anyways, let's say they put new music. Just like how they, got rid of the EU, right? Everyone knows about that. Everyone bitched about the EU getting canned for non-canon. Right? That would be taking like the new music, that would be like taking the old classical Star Wars music that Lucas had made, or whatever, or had gotten, and then basically just throw it away for the new film and just like get a completely different track and just like do all this new Disney music for Star Wars. That's what it would basically be. So going by that logic, Disney now owns Star Wars, not Lucas. So guess what? That makes his music automatically better than the classical music because guess what? Disney owns it, right? That's your whole logic. Well, Toei were the ones that composed, or Toei were the ones that commissioned, to make Kikuchi's music. So going by that logic, that makes Toei's music automatically superior to Faulconer's. That's so freaking stupid. Do you understand how stupid that sounds? Okay, it's called preference. Everyone has a different opinion on their own type of music. It doesn't matter if you like the original over the replacement score. The replacement score will always, to me, be better than the original. I've watched the original music with the English dub. I think it sucks. Okay, I think it sucks. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care if it's the original. It sucks. Plain and simple. It sucks. Okay? You can hate me all you want. But guess what? I have my own opinion to it. That doesn't make me not a true fan. That doesn't mean that I'm a lesser of a fan because I prefer another music over another music. Now, some people are going to say, well, I'm an American biased song, fan or whatever. That's not true at all. There is a lot of music that the Japanese have made for other animes that don't get replacement scores that I did like and I enjoyed. Naruto had a really good, the original Naruto anime. I wouldn't say Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden's really, their song's kind of a little, not really there as much, but the original Naruto anime had some fine music beats. The Kakashi music, Sakurada's music. I liked Sakurada's music. And that was all Japanese music. That was not replacement scores. Okay, that was Japanese music. Okay, and then the whole thing with Code Geass. Code Geass is a phenomenal anime. Okay, and they had a phenomenal Japanese soundtrack that did not have a replacement score. Okay, so when people, and I liked it. I liked it. I would not have wanted that to be replaced because that was good music. Code Geass's music good. It fit the anime. Naruto's fit the anime, and Naruto's anime had pump up music, and that was more of that wasn't a replacement score. Naruto was not a replacement score. So when people come at me and say that, well, Bruce Faulconer's not the original. He wasn't even the original English composer, since Power Rangers composers were doing that at first. To me, Bruce Faulconer's music was second to none. And I want to just explain this like I said in the previous video, whatever your preferential opinion on Bruce Faulconer not giving credit to other composers that worked for him at the time, that's really an unfair of account. Even though Bruce Faulconer might be a dick behind closed doors to people, that doesn't mean that he was one of the best composers out there. Editing the scenes and all that stuff that he did for the series helped the series. Okay, so whether you think he's a dick for not giving said composers like Julius de Bolsch, sorry if I said his name wrong, or Scott Morgan, as those rumors had surfaced, for a while now, from, the Scott Morgan account, which I respect the hell out of Scott Morgan, and I respect the hell out of Julius de Bolsch. They created some great music for Faulconer when they worked for him at the time. Super Saiyan 3, obviously Julius de Bolsch did really very good with it. It's very unfortunate, again, that Faulconer did not recognize him and give him the credits that they deserved. But that's just unfortunately how it happens. It's for an example like with Disney, okay? Yeah, that Disney, Walt Disney, okay? Back in the 20s or whatever, or 1920s, I think, or whatever. Maybe it may have been earlier than that. Charles Mentz, okay, he worked for Charles Mentz, okay, and I'm sure if you've taken anime history, you would know this. But Charles Mentz basically fired him after he wanted a raise, and took his Oswald the Lucky Rabbit with him. Because he owned it, even though Walt Disney created Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, he didn't own the rights to it. And so he lost Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. So, that's the same type of deal there. Charles Mentz was a dick, okay? If you guys want to make the argument that, Faulconer was a dick for doing what he did to Scott Morgan or Julius de Bolsch, that's your own preference. But you have to respect the guy for what he did for the Dragon Ball Z English dub and what he did, composing the music. Professionally, he's one of the best composers out there. And that's my whole say on this. Faulconer's music is phenomenal. I loved his music. I think his music's over 9,000 times better than Kikuchi's. And that's what I have to say. Comment, rate, let me know what you guys think. And that's about it. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace.